This video and its content are protected by and operate underneath the guides of the Fair Use Act. It will be used for criticisms, reporting, possible teachable moments, but most importantly, my commentary and review. So, hey, YouTube and anyone who gets butthurt, do not come copyright striking my channel. Also, everything in this video is allegedly according to what has been alleged, because even if we see them do it with our own two eyes, hear it come out of their mouths with our own two ears, or read it in court docs, it is still alleged because we weren't there, so we don't know what really happened.
That girl Henny, y'all gotta go to her channel.
The girl Henny, do you know who she is?
She a blogger or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, where did this lady come from?
Right on your ass.
She on your life, G.
Shout out to Henny over there.
Yeah, what's poppin', Henny? Gang. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the notification bell, select all so that you get notified whenever I do a video. And if you are a returning Henny Gang member, yeah. Now let's get into this topic. So, as we all know, we know that Diddy went down last week. Okay, feds, they got him. They took him in. They indicted him. Everybody has been going all week long strong. And I'm going to take this from out of my IG live. Shout out to Ari Mack. Everybody's been going strong about the 999 bottles of baby oil on the wall. The jokes and the internet are undefeated. However, we have to remember that there are 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides, many sides to this story, because there are the alleged victims. And I have to say alleged because, you know, I'm not a judge. I don't see everything. I just read the court docs. I might go down to the trial. But y'all got to talk to me nice. Y'all got to talk to me nice for me to go down there, because, baby, if I can't get in, I'm going to have to be outside chilling for hours. Your girl is going to need food, drink, shelter if I can't get inside. But all seriousness aside, there's the alleged victim side, there's Diddy's side, there's the Fed side, there's the witnesses' sides, there's the public opinion side. There's so many sides and moving parts to this story. But there are people that are being overlooked, and I'm going to talk about that later on in this video. I'm going to say yeah to a couple of folks out here in the chat before we get started. Y'all know that. So if you don't want to see this and you are on the replay, you could skip ahead to where the content begins. All right, so what's poppin' Felicia, T. Jackson? What's poppin' Wilson Vibes? What's poppin' Latanya? What's poppin' Latrina? What's poppin' Uniquely? What's poppin' Latrina again? To Goddess. What's poppin' Honey? Please be serious. I like that name. What's poppin' Selena? What's poppin' to Diamond? What's poppin' Miranda? What's poppin' Larisi? What's poppin' Rochelle? What's poppin' Buttercup? What's poppin' Keeping Up with the Porters? What's poppin' P? Poppin' P. Oh, I forgot. Every time I want to sing that song, I keep forgetting. Don't sing that song. What's poppin' Aries Rule? What's poppin' Pretty Ginger? What's poppin' Naiji? What's poppin' Kim? What's poppin' Elizabeth Gregory? What's poppin' Can I Post? Yes, you can. What's poppin' Niche? What's poppin' Miss Thompson? What's poppin' Stacy Dimples? What's poppin' Keisha? Miss Parker? Oh, Miss Parker. What's poppin' Miss Parker? What's poppin' Be More Careful? What's poppin' Elliot? What's poppin' Angel? Where you been, girl? What's poppin' Tams? What's poppin' Miss TR? Ari Mack is in the building. That is the author of that joke that I just gave about the 99 bottles of baby oil on the wall. Yes, shout out to her. What's poppin' Peggy? What's poppin' TSM Ghost? What's poppin' Terica? What's poppin' Dominican Queen? I see the Henny snipers are definitely in the building, so you might want to watch your mouth before you get sniped and snipped. What's poppin' Erica? Okay, what's poppin' Xavier? What's poppin' Felicia? Honey, please be serious. Said, I'm a few weeks in watching you. Well, welcome to the bar. Appreciate you returning back. Yes. All right. And that's anybody else that I have not said was popping to, please do not take it seriously. Oh, stop lying for sure. What's popping, girl? Thank you. What's popping, Star? What's popping, Sherm? What's popping, Yvette? All right. Child. So I've been lurking in the internet streets, and it appears that I'll be sure somebody who used to speak in code is now speaking very loudly, boldly out on this situation. Freddy P, who is somebody who has been speaking, he went silent for a little bit about his experience with Diddy from making the band. He went on Art of Dialogue and had some things to say. Child. But the biggest one for me was young Choppa, aka Young City, from making the band, has spoken out. He's been silent all this time. He hasn't said a word. And now he has decided to break his silence and speak out. Child, we about to get into all of that. But first, we're going to start with I'll Be Sure's IG post. Or maybe I should save that to the last. Let's save that to the last. Let's go a little bit with Freddy P. All right. Now, Freddy was speaking out and talking about how Diddy did things wrong. From the time that he left making the band, he was talking about how Diddy did them dirty. You also had, and I'm going to find this, Ness, who was talking about, secret rooms that he wasn't allowed to get into because he was a little too gritty. And he gave up the information on how they be grooming you and testing you to see if you a candidate for the parties. Because everybody want to get into the parties, but everybody's saying it wasn't at the party, but there's people on the party tapes. I said that last night. If you didn't catch the IG live that I posted, because I'm going to start posting my IG lives on YouTube. But for all of my subscribers over there on IG, don't worry. When the live ends, y'all will get the live and the subscribers, and y'all will have access to it while I edit down the video, and then I will put it over here. So y'all will have the unedited, uncut version of the videos, and then they'll come over here to YouTube. So y'all still will have the exclusive over there on IG. As far as members over here, baby, we're going to be getting into some things behind this wall, all right? Soon as my schedule gets back. But anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand. So Freddy P, after Diddy was arrested, we haven't heard from him in a long time. So after Diddy was picked up and put into Click City, because he's down there in the tombs in Brooklyn. Jesus Christ, Diddy is in the tombs, y'all. Oh, my God. Diddy's in the tombs. That don't even sound right. Anyway, Freddy P has surfaced again, and he went on the Art of Dialogue, and he had a couple of things to say. Now, he spoke about a lot, but I'm only going to bring this part up because if you watched Making the Band, then you know that Farnsworth Bentley was very much an integral part of making the band. And Freddie had some things to say. And yes, I'm speeding it up. Yes, shout out to the Art of Dialogue for catching this and spilling on it. Matter of fact, let me put myself down in the corner because I got to put Henny in the corner. But this intrigued me. It sparked my interest. So let's get into this video and let's give some good commentary on it while we at it.
With Puffy, of course, I think he gay. I think everybody around him gay, and I think you don't get to stay around him unless you've proven that either you are with the shit or the shit don't bother you.
Now, this goes back to what I was saying about Ness coming out and speaking about going to the parties and how you can't go to the party if you don't pass the test to show that you are worthy of being at the party. That's, to me, is backing that up because there are ways that they will test you. They will test you when it comes to stylists to see if you're going to allow the stylist to be touching all on your private areas. They're going to have the barber touching on you to see if you're going to allow them to touch on you. They're going to say certain things to see if you're going to allow that to slide or not. So this is speaking to that.
There's not a man that I can see Diddy hanging around that I don't think he ever at least tried. He's not being your friend. I love you, daddy. He's not like that.
He said, I love you, daddy. Y'all remember? Child, y'all gonna make me play that Drink Champs clip. Henny Glasses in the chat if y'all want me to play the Drink Champs clip when he was making Fabulous and Jadakiss very uncomfortable and Nori a little uncomfortable too by saying, I love it when you call me daddy.
No, he's not like that. Puffy don't have a friend. Puffy didn't grow up with nobody. He don't love nobody. You deserve it, daddy. And he know what he was doing. That's kind of like when you have a sex with somebody or whatever, or kind of like one of the people in that community. They trying to spray you to everybody they could on the low. Like we know, as a straight man, we know when they're trying to tell us that they're sleeping with somebody.
That's a fact.
They're going to give you attitude in front of the homeboys because they know, I don't give a fuck. Like, they're going to give you one of them because y'all share beds together. They don't care that we know no more. It's choose, nigga.
So basically what he's saying, because I know some people don't like when I speed the content up, but basically what he's saying is that, you know, if there's a person around, allegedly, this is allegedly, listen, I'm just playing the content. Henny didn't say it. He said it. I'm repeating it. All right. Basically, what he's saying is when there's somebody that usually be on the low with their stuff, they don't care about being on the low no more because it's like, nah, we sleeping together, we share a bed together, so they're going to give you attitude. They're going to give you little hints to let you know that they are having entanglements together. Now, I can't say that I find this far-fetched because if you have a friend that's in the community, you know that that's how they give it up. Because guess what? Us females, when we want to let it be known that we sleeping with a dude, even if it's supposed to be on the low, we going to give subtle hints that's going to let another female know. This right here, yeah. I licked it, so it's mine.
They get the same attitudes that women get. So if you ever been around Puffy to me and your best friends or brothers are hanging in and all this other stuff, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with it. If you are, you are. But yeah, you either took part in some foolery, aided some foolery, enabled bad behavior, or have your own ghost, have your own skeletons that he allowed to, you know, or I'll do this while you do that. We all good. We don't give a fuck. This is our world. Let's go.
So what he's talking about now is the fact that people that are around, and this is not just Diddy, this is anybody in the industry, because I've heard these types of stories before. That there's things they're going to do that, you know, they're going to know how you get down, what you like, how you like it. And that's how they're going to come at you. And you're not going to care because everybody's getting down the same way. So you're not going to have that reserve to you.
That's all. Go on the plane and do it. You want to be with fat bitches? Go ahead. You can have fat bitches. You like anal sex and why it's dirty. Whatever you do and he found out you do, he can allow you around him. I got to have something on you. I got to pay. Remember, you heard what he just said. Whatever it is that you do, he's going to allow you to do around him because now I got something on you. This is what we've been hearing about the industry for years, that they will have people doing certain things and they will have evidence of it and they will use said evidence against them because now you ain't going to say nothing because if you got dirt on me, I got dirt on you too. Hence all those videos of the freak-offs, allegedly. Play with your little hole or something. Puffy, it's an addiction. Turning people out. That was his addiction. That was his addiction. He didn't. There's plenty of people that he could have. It was his addiction. Y'all don't understand. I look at Bentley and all these people. Come on, man. Now that we know the monster, man, you carry the man umbrella. He was the man. I watched this man disrespect you every chance he got. Talk to you like his bitch. He talked to Harv like his bitch. He talked to D-Dot like his bitch. He talked to all them niggas like they his bitches. And now that I learned that they really were his bitches, that's why I got so much respect for Gene. Because a lot of them niggas is scared to do what Gene doing. And people like us don't fear no nigga, man. Like, we don't fear all that fake image you got because I know it's a nigga like Gene that's making him look like he look. And then I'll see a nigga like that as in, I don't fear it. I don't care. Like, I come from that way.
So what he's saying is he's had people around him that have given him that image of being that gangster dude. Now, Gene Deal himself, shout out to Gene Deal. If you ain't following, go follow. He's shouted me out several times, and I appreciate him very much. Long-time viewer, long-time fan. Supporter. He's saying it's dudes like that gave him the image. But Gene Deal has said that Diddy will beat your he will. So it's not like he can't fight, but if you surround yourself around gangsters, people begin to give you that imagery based off of the people that are around you. Okay. And that's basically what he's speaking to. Like, you kept a lot of gangsters around you. And so people were basically giving you that respect and that cred because of who was around you. But now that he knows what really was going on behind the scenes, he don't respect it. He don't respect it. Hey, what's popping, Bobby? Let me see where we are, because I will stop this content. See, let me tell y'all something about me, because I see likes are getting disrespectful all over the internet. This content, it ain't just me. It's every content creator. 94 likes. Nah, y'all get them likes up. Y'all get them likes up. I ain't going forward with this content until them likes get up. The number of people, I don't understand why the number of views can never match the likes. Y'all don't understand. When you go to your favorite YouTube channel, even if you just be lurking in the bushes, hit the like button. If you want them to continue giving you good content, you gotta hit the like button. If you want to know why you're not getting notifications for your favorite content creators, it's because they're missing the algorithms. You got to hit the like button and interact. So can y'all get these likes up, please? All right, let's see. Somebody must have got sniped by accident. Yep, he did on Making the Band. He was talking on Farnsworth reckless. He was. He talked to all of them reckless because it was so disrespectful of him. Y'all doing good. Get them likes up, y'all. He talked to them so disrespectfully, and I'm sorry. Ain't no way in the world I was going to be walking from Manhattan across the Brooklyn Bridge all the way to Brooklyn to go to Junior's to get a slice of cheesecake. Do you know how far of a walk that was? Meanwhile, you driving in a car along beside us. Hey, Paula. Making sure that we went and got the doggone cheesecake. That was the most humiliating thing. That was like a humiliation ritual. That's what that looked like to me. What's popping, brother? That's what I said. If y'all want to know about cryptocurrency and all of that stuff, follow. That's what I said. Go subscribe to his channel. He talks about all of that stuff. All of it. All of it. All of it. Oh, get them likes up. This is bad. It's very bad. Very bad. Oh, whose birthday is it? You said Grip. So if that's not your name, then that's going to be your name for this song. Okay? Grip, it's your birthday. Hey, go Grip. It's your birthday. Go Grip. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. From Henny and the Henny Gang. All right, y'all, come on. Get them likes up. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. Get them likes to 250 and I will keep going. All right. Please like the video. Look, everybody want the content. Y'all holding everybody up. All right. Come on. Y'all got 9 more. 9 more likes. 9 more likes. All right. So, what I will do is I will find those videos for y'all of other members of Making the Band speaking out. I think I know what I should do. And I ain't going to say it out loud. I'm just going to surprise y'all. I'm just going to surprise y'all. Hey, M-Mac. 4 more likes. Okay. Came across that bridge walking in the cold. You crazy. Okay. Okay, it was wintertime, wasn't it? Look, everybody's telling you happy birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. All right, we at 1. All right, we got them likes up. Okay, let's continue.
The people that protect him, I'm used to that. I smoke with that. I chill with that. I hang with that. We get along. It's him who not used to us. Puffy not going to really have you around if you're not, unless you're family. He's not going to have you around if you're not with the shit. I think Fonzo was his little girlfriend at one time, because you have to see how they was conducting themselves. I don't want to say that about Benny, because Benny got kids and shit, and I got respect for that. Like, he was one of the few niggas I fuck with. But the way they used to carry themselves back, and plus he had put something on his Instagram. He put something on his Instagram like 4 or 5 months ago. And he was like, "Don't let me tell my story," or some shit like that. I heard they fell out because of he was stealing or something like that. whatever.
Now, allegedly, the story goes that Jennifer Lopez had some expensive customized boots that were mailed to Diddy's house, right? And oh, shout out to them. And allegedly, Farnsworth Bentley stole the boots and they found them at his apartment. And so he got fired. But we haven't really heard much from Farnsworth. I do follow him on IG. He doesn't really post like that. But if Farnsworth is going to tell a story, it's about to go down because I know he got some stories to tell.
But Nick, you hang around a nigga who don't want to pay you, giving millions of dollars away every night, you know, acting like he can't pay you on time, want to fill your butt, all this weird ass shit. You gonna steal from him too, nigga. You might not even.
Hold on. I'm questioning something. I mean, no disrespect when I say this, but the way that Freddy P has always conducted himself when he talks about Diddy, it kind of makes me wonder what happened. Did he try you? Did he do something? Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all, and I'm not trying to play him, but I'm just asking a question because he's talked about him stealing money. So he talking about he want to steal your money, he want to fill your butt. Did he touch your butt, Freddie? Like, I was about to make a joke, but I'm not going to make the joke because it would be inappropriate based off of what we're talking about right now. But I want to know what happened. And it seems like now that things have been coming out, people are starting to speak up, but it's more so the men that are really speaking. And I just want to take a minute to pause and say, shout out to Jaguar and Gene Deal and Aubrey O'Day, because those three definitely have been loudly speaking about this information for a long time. But my thing is, I know that there are more people with stories to tell. I know that there are celebrities that were privy to things that happened. But the thing that is so baffling to me is everybody was so quick to jump out the window and talk about standing with him. And people were quick to battle people who were talking about this. Let me explain something to you. I've said this many times before, and I'm going to keep saying it to remind people. Okay, because new people join the channel every day. Wendy was the first person to tell us, Wendy Williams on WBLS in New York City, which was a radio station, 107.5. She was up there with Charlamagne the God. And I'm a sidestep for a second because Charlamagne was the one who came up with, how you doing? And a lot of us who were in New York didn't know Charlamagne was, how you doing? Or if he was straight as a board, okay? We didn't know because when he was on the radio, he sounded like he was, how you doing? But Wendy was the one that exposed that she had a photo of Diddy and another man at a pool, and he was pulling a man's trunks down. Now, if I'm lying, I'm flying. You could Google that and find it for yourself. But here in New York, especially if you was close to the city, it wasn't that hard back in the 90s to bump into your favorite rapper or an artist because we all partied in the same places. We all partied at the Shadow. We all partied at the Tunnel, the legendary tunnel that was a hot box and a death trap with one way in and one way out and one bathroom that was gender neutral. Okay. Anybody that was here for the Tunnel days, if I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. But if you know, and put them Henny glasses down in the chat because you know. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard for you to find out celebrity gossip and information. My cousin was very good friends with somebody who was dating a member of Jodeci, and I'm not going to put their business out there by saying their names, but they were dating a member of Jodeci. So they were privy to some information about Mary J. Blige before people started finding out about Mary J. Blige, because if they were dealing with Jodeci, then you know that they were around Mary and KC. So it wasn't hard for us here in the city to find out information. And this stuff about these parties was out here for a very long time about stuff that was going on. But it wasn't just Diddy. Diddy was the big one that everybody wanted to get into, but it wasn't just Diddy. There was a lot of stuff going on, and there was a lot of salacious and scandalous stuff going on up there at them Hampton parties. But I'm going to shut up before my channel gets shut down. But you see these Henny glasses going up in the chat. These are fellow New Yorkers who know about the Tunnel, baby. And I'm not lying, okay? I'm not lying. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. everything that he is speaking about and saying that Diddy was involved in or how he conducted business is very, very similar to how we have heard over the years certain things go down in the industry. Now, what I also found very interesting, because we have never heard Choppa speak out. I found that very interesting, and I'm going to play Choppa next, but let's finish up with Freddy P.
Can't be a thief. You just see a nigga. I used to have a cousin. I got a cousin, you know, and nigga getting all these pounds and every freaking day buying this girl 100 shoes. My brother doing all the fucking work. My brother, my dead brother, he busting the pack. He getting it out the mail. He count. He know what my cousin got from my cousin. Know what he got. This nigga running around living like a boss. My brother working on everything. I go over there. My brother like, you got some shoes at your crib?
Oh,
all right. I'm looking at the floor.
Rooftop.
Like, bitch, I see a million pair of shoes. You feel me? Like, you better take from that nigga wrong with you. If he ain't looking out for you, and they gonna take from you. And that's what type of nigga he is. So I don't look at Farnsworth like no thief. Nigga, he'll fucking Diddy tight. He'll make you steal it from him. I got a cousin just like that. Sucker shit.
All right. So now, when I was watching this last night, shout out to the Art of Dialogue. Okay. I will drop the link in the description for Art of Dialogue. If you are not following them, you would want to go follow them because they have more clips of Freddy P's interview as well as the full interview. So go over there, check it out. They interviewed him. They stay interviewing Gene Deal. All of that information is out there. So now this one comes from what the hell is the name of this damn channel? I done forgot the name of the channel. Oh, hold on. Because that's bad for business. Ray Reports. All right. And this came out 22 hours ago. Because like I said, it was very interesting because he does not speak. So to hear him speaking out, it kind of took me back. Like, wait a minute. Choppa's talking, and I don't know for what reasons or what were his reasons for not speaking, but he's breaking his silence in this video. Again, shout out to them. Henny Snipers, Henny Media, somebody from the team, please remind me when this video ends to put the links in the description for people to go follow, because I'm not going to play this whole video. I think it does content injustice, a disjustice, and a disservice when you play the whole content. I think if you chop it enough, it'll spark the interest, and I'm not a hater on people channels. Okay,
I talked to Harvey, and I don't think he went that out there publicly, so I'm not going to speak on it there. But yeah, I talked to his people. He keeping his head up in there, you dig? And it's a bittersweet situation, you know, when it comes down to me, because I don't want to see no man back there, because I know how it felt being back there not so long ago. But on the other end, you know, he kind of, I hate to say this here, but I got to keep it G. You know, he fell over when it came down to, you know, what I deserved and what I.
So he speaks on, and I like that because he speaks on both sides of the coin, right? Because you don't want to see somebody go behind the wall, right? You don't. But at the same time, it's like you got to look at everything that's been going on. And he just said, I don't want to see him behind the wall. I know what it's like to be in there. However, he effed me over, and he's going to explain what he means by that.
And the stuff I wrote behind the scenes that he sold a lot of records for, and I didn't get compensated for nothing. You dig? And courtesy of me being under 18 and signing that Bad Boy deal on the Making the Band show, you heard me? He kind of used that against me and said that he'll get me prosecuted. Damn. Courtesy of me being underage, you know, I'm Making the Band, bro. You know, you have to be 18 and old. And on that show, I was 16.
Now, I didn't know that Choppa was 16 at the time when he did the show. But he's telling you he was underage, yet he was allowed to go Making the Band, even though everybody was supposed to be 18 and over. That's a young, impressionable mind. That's where I'm going with that.
So basically, when I was trying to get my compensation, my royalties and everything, he basically was like, you ain't belong on the show anyway. So I'll just let you go because I wanted to get let go. So I'll let you go, and we're going to let bygones be bygones.
So he basically swindled him out of his money is what he's saying. He's saying that when he wanted to be let go, you know, Diddy was like, all right, you wasn't supposed to be on the show anyway. So you could go, but you ain't going to take nothing with you because you wasn't even supposed to be here in the first place. So you ain't entitled to it. That's basically what he's saying. Nasty word.
That's down bad. That's down bad. If I wasn't such a hustler, you heard me, how would I have been able to feed my family with some shit like that? Like talk about it. Sometimes.
So right at that point when you know, once that situation is born, you kind of pretty much was on your own.
Yeah, I mean, after Katrina, I was on my own.
Now, Choppa was involved in Hurricane Katrina, and we all know what happened, all the devastation that everyone in New Orleans faced. And if you didn't know and you couldn't pick up on it by his accent, or you didn't remember, Choppa is from Louisiana.
Before Katrina, I was at the VMAs, Video Music Awards in Miami with Puffy. You heard me? And before Katrina happened, I had to go home. You know, my baby mama was pregnant. That shit changed my whole life because when the hurricane hit and Diddy called me back. He told me to get back on the road. And I told him, no, I'm not getting back on the road. My people here. So I had to handle my business. I made a choice. My career or my family. And I thought like this here. If I was to die today or tomorrow, bro, would Diddy be there? Or would my people be there representing me? And I made my choice. And courtesy of that, that's how me and the Bad Boy South situation dismantled.
So because he chose to go home, his girlfriend is having a baby. He chose to go home and be there for his baby because family is going to be there, okay, for you no matter what. And apparently Diddy has shown him that he's not going to be there. I don't know if Chopper's locked up. It doesn't sound like he's locked up. Deep dive on Chopper because this isn't about Chopper. This is about Diddy. If you want some information on Chopper, I will gladly give that to y'all. Reach out to Henny Snipers Media on IG and let them know that that's a topic that you're interested in, and I will get to digging. But for right now, we're talking about his involvement with Diddy and not anything outside of that. Okay, so let's continue.
From that point, did it ever mend itself?
Yeah, he ended up hitting me later and apologized after the after effect, you know, but it was a little too late for that. Because when I called Diddy, and you know, I live back there in Michigan, so I had the gold El Camino. Ask anybody back there. I had the gold El Camino. I had the blue Ferrari, Medina 360. I had Buku old schools and all this here.
Now he's listing all the cars that he had, but listen to what happens.
But my stupid ass, I'm young, you heard me? So I'm not really thinking in my mind intelligently that these are gifts that I'm getting, Chop. He's gifting you. I'm not thinking as an intelligent man that I am not, that I need to put things in my name. They was just write-offs from the Bad Boy company. So after when Katrina happened, and I'm like, say, bro, I need to get my cars back and this and that back. He was like, oh no, you said you ain't want to come on the road no more. You said you ain't want to do this here with me no more. So I'm gonna say no. And that fucked me up.
So now basically what he did, JJ, we're not talking about any of that right now. We're talking about this. Okay. If you want me to look into that, hit the IG page over here. I don't know which way it is, but hit the IG page and let them know, hey, I want you to do a pull on Chopper and we'll get to it for you. But right now we're going to stay on topic. Basically what he's saying is after Katrina hitting all of that, you know, everybody that went through Katrina dealt with devastation. So now he's reaching out to Diddy like, hey, I'm going to need to get back on, you know, let me get my car back, da-da-da-da-da-da, woo-de-woo-de-woo. And he's like, oh, nah. You ain't want to do this no more, remember? So I'm going to say no to giving that back to you. So this is how he was dealing with artists. And we've heard about his dealings with artists for a very long time. Okay. We know that there was him not wanting to give up the publishing when it comes down to you know, the artists and them being compensated properly. We know that he's held on to things. But what I'm going to do is bring this video back to the beginning because there is something that I want you to hear that plays in the very, very beginning of this video.
I mean, I've been to buku parties. As a youngster, I've witnessed things that off me up. You dig? I never.
As a youngster, he's witnessed things that have messed him up. Where have we heard that before? We've heard that before when it came down to Usher.
Experienced it. I would avoid somebody. Think about it like this here. All the money he took from Craig Mack, Black Rob, G Dep, the band, Vanity Kane, Day 26, Biggie, all the money he took from Loon, Mace. You took food out people cheering out. Craig Mack died. Black Rob died. Sean's situation. That man got to live in Belize. He got a whole new accent now. You dig? That man had to change his whole demographic because it did it. Enough is enough, bruh. Wine was out, this young city, uptown finest, you dig, and a rock.
So, that was Choppa's interview. If you would like to watch the full interview, you can go check that out. I will put the link to the channel that I got that information from in the description box when the live ends. Now, I also wanted to talk about I'll Be Sure. Now, I know people are wondering, like, well, what is going on, Henny? What are we doing today? What we're doing today is we are putting a spotlight on people who are choosing to speak out, that there's different levels of different areas of business, and with this salaciousness that's going on with them, the freak offs and all of that stuff, there's other stuff that has happened. And this is what I mean by everybody has a side to this story. This is deeper. Everybody is focusing on the freak offs. There's also corruption and conspiracy that's going on. And I promise you, when I start going down this Diddy road, I'm going to bring everything to the table for you. This is not just about talking about the freaky stuff that went on behind the scenes, because there's nothing wrong with freaky stuff. It's when you start trafficking and when you start putting things in people's drinks and altering their mental state to where they can't make proper decisions, that makes it criminal. So for those who are stuck on, well, what's wrong with having a freak off? Ain't nothing wrong with a freak off as long as everybody is fully capable of consenting. Okay? That's my stance on it. Whether you agree with it or not, that's my stance on it. But there's other levels to things that speak to the character. But I'm not done, because trust me, aside from all of this, I got more for y'all. And y'all should know how I give it up. All right? So we're going to get into a little bit of this I'll Be Sure. Now, I'll Be Sure has posted to his Instagram a three-part posting regarding this book that is allegedly written by Kim that people are running off with. He has some things to say, because there is a part in the video, in the book, that has to deal with him. And so let's read that part and then we'll get into what he said on the side. Okay. So this is a video post, and this is chapter 5, Sean Neals. All right. It says, the year passed, and thankfully we didn't have many bad arguments. Although Sean was strangely getting into voodoo, he would put curses on people, and I wasn't sure how to respond to that craziness. My problem as a single mother was I wanted to be married. He always had excuses and delays when it came to committing to marriage. His label was blowing up, Biggie dropped, and it was just about over. He also signed Mary J. Blige. And of course, when I found out he slept with her, we fought, allegedly. All right. He claimed it was a mistake, and my stupid took him back again. Sean asked me for a party. She wanted an adult party with 3 people. With her, at first, I was mad, but Mary was beautiful. It was our first party with 3 people. And I loved it. Mary was sexy. I would not be doing this a lot, but it was so hot. I was young and exploring my sexuality. Exploring my sexuality was exciting. Okay. Over the years, we brought other women into our bedroom periodically, and we were happy. That is until one day I came home to a situation that went from awkward to a nightmare. Quincy was with the babysitter, and Sean was sitting with I'll Be Sure at the dinner table. I had a child with Al, and Sean was the father in Quincy's life. The awkwardness of all of us being together had dissolved a long time ago, but it was still weird that they were here in my house together alone. I sat down and we had drinks. It was fun. The conversation was cool. It wasn't until it wasn't. Al was a little loose after a couple of drinks. I remember him saying, "It's still weird seeing you with my friend, but you're happy. So I'm happy for you guys." Sean responded, "Thanks, man. Me and you have shared so much." Al replied coolly, "Word." The conversation took an odd and awkward turn when Sean said, "We all been together exually, but not together." I was shocked for a moment as quietness lingered in the room. I asked, "What do you mean by all together?" Al shifted uncomfortably, but Sean didn't hesitate. "You know how we sometimes invite other people into our bed?" I couldn't believe it. "Oh, hell no, Sean. This is my son's father." "Al, say something." What Al said was mind-boggling. "I don't know. It could be kind of hot. I miss you in that way." Although I couldn't believe Sean would do this, the truth was I still cared about Al. And this could be very hot. I just didn't want to mess up my relationship. And if things became awkward, how would it affect Quincy? So I asked, "You both sure?" I imagined both of them. It's a little early for this kind of talk inside of me. Okay, there's no other way to put it. I knew this would be awkward actually. There would be some bumping of. But what happened next couldn't have been imagined in my wildest dreams. Al, and it's blanked out. I couldn't believe it. I stood there in shock. But when Sean blanked out, I ran out of the room. This was too much. I couldn't. Sean called out to me, "Oh, come on, Kimmy." They didn't chase after me. They blanked out. Whoa. Hold on. It's got to flicker one more time. I lost count of the flickers. I couldn't get the image out of my mind. I couldn't be with Sean for a while. But that wouldn't be the last time I saw Sean in a compromising position. Not by a long shot. One day I found the vault where he kept all of his encounters with men. Yes, he kept the record of it. But that's for later. Now, child. That's scandalous. Okay? That's scandalous. I can't with y'all. Now, of course, he must have been sent some excerpts of this book, or he might have come across some people reading it, and he put part 1. As you see, he is hashtagging the Federal Bureau of Investigations, hashtag FBI, hashtag United States Department of Justice, hashtag DOJ, hashtag Drug Enforcement Administration, hashtag DEA, hashtag Central Intelligence Agency, hashtag CIA, at LAPD HQ, at NYPD, at LVMPD. He is going in. He said, hashtag Peep Gang. For over a decade and a half, I've been posting about and tagging random law enforcement agencies in hope to protect loved ones, avoid deaths and tragedies that could have all been avoided. Despite this, I've been ignored, ridiculed, and medically silenced to cover up these crimes you're all now aware of by a very aggressive PR team and costly campaign to silence and physically harm me from exposing. He is finally coming flat out, straight out, and outright saying that man did something to me that caused me to go into that coma. Child, it's only aimed to prevent me from further sharing publicly the facts and insights at Lady KP shared with me, which is Kim Porter, during our frequent and intimate conversations and her selfless attempts to save my life by sharing frequent plans to do harm and possibly by ending my life. I am writing this post to formally request an investigation into an entire group of individuals who worked at or around the residence of Miss Kimberly Porter, including the publicist who assisted drafting this. It has come to my attention that these persons were also instructed to steal her computer and mobile devices, which contained her original book notes. So now the family has come out and said that she wasn't writing a book, but now Al B. Shore is saying, no, she was writing a book, and that these people stole this book, and that this portion of the book is a lie. Child, original notes are distant from the fabricated BS and offensive pages circulated via Amazon, which depict graphic actual acts involving me that never took place and were edited and added after Miss Porter's tragic unaliving. I urge you to consider who authorized such a fictitious publication without categorizing it as calculated fiction. The publicists and conspirators worked in concert from separate camps, launching this campaign, which appears to be a very personal and a deliberate distraction from their involvement in covering horrific crimes, assisted in and perplexed the public for many years, which I have personally experienced and continuously deemed just a medical crisis for legal reasons until the rest of these atrocities were uncovered by authorities, making it more believable to a gullible public that have been that has been fooled for so long. To be continued, part 2, next post. Child, he is not done, okay? He puts the book excerpts up again. He does the same tagging, only this time he adds hashtag fake book, okay? So, Miss Porter's missing devices, allegedly already in evidence, unquestionably contain the critical evidence that have been concealed. Okay, I'm convinced that the evidence corroborates closely with details outlined in the recently released public indictment document. Additionally, it is pertinent to note that the individuals involved in this matter may also be connected to also concealing the alleged unalivers of several prominent artists. This is getting ugly. A situation that has left many bewildered. Yet those who are immersed in the culture and familiar with the intricacies of the entertainment industry may have a clearer understanding of the obvious. It is with a heavy heart that I reflect on the legacy of our beloved Lady KP. It is truly disheartening to think that those she considered close friends and who were financially compensated by her perpetrators may have conspired with a perpetrator to obscure the truth and tarnish her name. My name and her unfinished book notes with these ridiculous and unfounded narratives. The absence of Miss Porter leaves a void, depriving her of the opportunity to address these inaccuracies personally and to share her own factual memories detailing the brutal terror and madness she endured. Check all who text messages of those who serve in a PR capacity, as they have brilliantly and underhandedly crafted this fictitious story to service a personal vendetta. There's more. There's so much to unpack. Unfortunately, I'm the only survivor by the blessings of a medical team that initially gave up because of multiple system organ failures. Septic, intubated, on a ventilator for 38 days, and forced to visit death's doorstep. But the God I serve and worship had another plan. Keep in mind that this is just the G-rated version of what I endured over a decade, plus to silence the OG. I also kept forensic records of every individual who was sent my way to set me up, track me, gaslight me, and allegedly cause harm to my system. To be continued, part 3. Baby, I'm going to come check the comments in a minute, but I just want to finish this, okay? Unfortunately, Kimberlina was taken from us way too soon and before she could complete her true thoughts before the fake unauthorized edit released on Amazon, which the disappearance of her computer and vital evidence raises significantly more questions. It is evident that her potential to expose the realities of her personal abuses, being given substances unwillingly, okay, that eggs trafficking and human trafficking she was privy to, akin to the brave actions of Miss Cassie Ventura, posed a threat to those profiting from such heinous activities. In a nutshell, Kimberly was allegedly taken from us because she was set on course to accomplish what Miss Cassie Ventura did by ignited the bonfire, which brings us here today with the avalanche that has brought Satan to their chambers. Sheesh. Let us honor the memory of Lady KP, acknowledging the strength struggle she faced and the truth she sought to reveal in her own personal notes. Not this fake, unauthorized nonsense using my name to keep dragging me as social punishment for exposing this years ago. There will be significant suit ahead, right for the heads of the responsible parties who dragged my name into this BS. Kim and I talked right up to a few days prior to her demise. She was in good health, and we are in such a great friend space, reminiscing about old times and celebrating news of our son's accomplishments. No affair, just great friends. # Warriors for Kim Porter. We must continue to advocate for justice and ensure that every one of the individuals who conspired against her are held accountable and prosecuted to the highest extent of the law. Thank you to all the # law enforcement agencies for their unwavering dedication to uncovering a portion of the truth. There's more. Rest in power, Lady KAP. Your true legacy will not be forgotten. Most importantly, please pray for the kids. There is no validation in my claims coming true. There has been way too much collateral damage and unaliving everywhere. And then here is an article that was brought up, and it says, is Diddy trying to delete Kim Porter's Wikipedia page? So apparently there has been other things that have gone on as well. This is serious. Okay. Now, as far as I know, and I could be wrong, I have never heard him come out directly and say that this was done to him intentionally. We heard Jaguar Wright say it, but I've never heard him say this for himself. But this all sounds really familiar, don't it? Because don't we get this same type of verbiage in the lawsuits that come out about, oh, Duty Shooter Whack 100 CS2 back? I ain't going to wait because I know the answer to that. But it's the same type of lingo that we're hearing over and over again. This is the blueprint to the industry. And a lot of these unalivings that we have questioned, for those of y'all who want to say that people that have been speaking and telling us certain things, that they're crazy, clearly they keep saying the same thing. Somebody got to look into it. What's crazy about all of this is we, the public, love to consume this type of information. But a lot of us consume this type of information because it's also a part of our history. Like I said, growing up in New York, we've heard about this. We were curious about this information for a very long time. And now to hear it all come to this type of a conclusion, it's kind of like we're finding out the truth about an era that we always heard these things and it was like rumored. It was rumored. But to find out that there's some truth to it, it's disheartening. And it's also disheartening for us who grew up on music. A lot of us, music was a theme to our lives, our memories. I said this in a Facebook post, an IG post that I made. Music is the theme to our lives, and we have memories, be it good, bad, or whatever, that are attached to certain memories. So what do you do now when you're sitting and listening to your favorite artist and you know what went on behind the scenes, how the song was created, or what was done to them tragically in the midst of them making this, or what this has done to their legacy? What do we do? What do we do with the music? I'm going to keep listening to who I want to listen to. And I'm going to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, I feel like that music is just as much ours as it is theirs. Some things I'm not going to listen to, but I'm going to keep listening to what I want to listen to because I have memories attached to those things. Before I go, there is another piece of information and side to this story that I would like to shed some light on. And it's one that not too many people are really paying attention to or speaking out about. And I'm going to say shout out to Donnell Rowling, the comedian, for speaking out on this, because what he said is 1,000% correct. Okay. Now I know that this is kind of a scandalous title, but listen to what he had to say. Shout out to NYMAG TV as well for this piece of information.
Hyde Park. There is no way, if you involved with current events, if your life is involved with following the media and understanding what the media and top stories in media, there's no way to not have had the conversation with either yourself or with a friend about Diddy, P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs. And as much as some people have mixed feelings about it, and I say, it's easy for somebody to say, what mixed feelings about what? He was doing this, he was doing that. But there are also people that know a different person. And for some reason, that's the only memory or thought they want to have of that person. Myself in particularly, I did not have a relationship with Diddy or Sean Combs or anything like that. But I do know, and this is where I guess the Dr. Heckle, Mr. Hyde thing comes in. I do know that like what I know of him and my experience has always been on some business, cheerful, happy, good time. And I've had experiences of being around his family with his colleagues' families.
So what he's basically saying is there are those of them in the industry, and shout out to him because he's speaking to a whole nother side of things, that have been around him, but have not been privy to this other side of him. They've only seen him around the family. Now, if you go to his YouTube channel, to Diddy's YouTube channel, and look at the videos that he has posted up there, because I don't know if y'all know it or not, but he wiped his Instagram page clean. There's only 2 videos up there now on his IG page. And I'll show y'all in a minute. But some people only know that family man side, that persona that's being put out there. And that's not to say that that's not who he is when he's with his family. Because listen, we are who we are when we're around our family, and we are who we are when we ain't. You feel me? So he's saying, I've never been around that, but I've been around him. I've been around when he's with his family. So that's been my experience. But listen to what else he's got to say.
And have a different relationship with him. Not to say anything he's done hasn't been heinous, hasn't been despicable. A lot of things have been heinous. A lot of things been despicable. When I think about all of that, and it makes me think about, and I think about the kids. Some people can say they're adults, but he also has young kids. I think about that, and I think about some of the lifestyle that my father chose. No, he didn't buy 1,000 bottles of baby oil. No, he wasn't chicks and no shit like that. But he did choose a lifestyle that didn't give him opportunity.
So what he's saying is, even though we've got all of this going on, he does have kids, which is true. He does have kids. He's got the brand new baby Love. He's got the twins. Oh, thank you, Cheryl, for the super chat. She said, can't be no realer. Keep doing you, sending nothing but love. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. He's talking about the kids. Okay. And he's talking about how this is going to impact him. Now, I'm not going to play the whole video because, like I told y'all, I don't want to play people's whole content. Just give y'all a little taste of something that I'm building off of. And then y'all can go to NYMAG TV and watch that over on their YouTube channel. But he basically goes on to explain a situation where his father got jammed up. Okay. And all he kept thinking as a kid was, my dad is getting ready to go away. Am I ever going to see him again? And you know what? That struck a chord in me, Because as a child, I remember seeing that myself. I remember seeing the detectives come to the house, arrest my dad, and take him out in handcuffs and walk him down the sidewalk, and me looking out the window in the living room, watching them walk him down and put him in the back of a squad car. And that affected me so badly because that was a thought. Because I had never seen the detectives come to the house and come and get him. They came and got him. And that was a thought that I had. So now while we're out here and we're digging into all of this stuff, let's try to remember to keep the kids in our prayers. Because they're being affected by this. And a lot of us don't think about that side of things when we're looking at these headlines. We don't think about the families. We don't think about the children. We don't think about any of that. We dig, and we get the facts out there. We get the truth out there from where we see it, or some people spin narratives. They get up here and they do this content, and we do it, and we get the clicks, we get the likes, we get the interactions, we get the ratings, we get, what we're going to get from it. But at the end of the day, when we end our lives and YouTube sends your check, or Facebook sends their check, or TikTok sends their check, Snapchat, Twitter, when they send those checks to you for these content that you're putting out there, no one is thinking about the fact that there's a family on the other side of this scandal. So I'm going to say, pray for the children. Pray for the children. Because even when this headline is long gone and we're on to the next story, they still have to deal with the consequences of their father's actions. So I told y'all I was going to bring y'all another side to this coin outside of, I've showed you today the different levels of business that he has interacted in that has had people coming out and speaking out. So there's more to this than just the freak-offs. There's things that have been done. There's rumors of things that are out there for a very long time about how artists have suffered under the thumb of Bad Boy. And I say rumors because this stuff is allegedly. I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened. I didn't read any paperwork, but even still, paperwork, court docs is alleged because we weren't there, so we don't know what happened. I can just repeat the rumors and let you know that they said it, and I'm repeating it. But it's up to you to make a clear judgment for yourself based off of evidence and facts. And that's what I will continue to give you at Henny Reviews, where real life meets trending topics. But I want to thank y'all. For tapping in and tuning in. I'm going to be putting together some pieces for y'all. We're going to keep diving into this Diddy stuff. I have some whack stuff coming for y'all. Y'all know I ain't forget about him, because also we're going to keep trucking along. But I love y'all. Y'all be on the lookout for my IG lives. If you're not following me over there, I will be posting my IG lives. I'm reformatting those so that they can be consumable over here as well. I appreciate all of the love and support. If you were here from the beginning, thank you. If you were here tapping in from wherever, thank you. I'm going to say welcome. Honey, please be serious is a member. Welcome to the other side. Mima, thank you so much for the super sticker. And again, Cheryl, shout out to you for the super chat. Thank you for the cash apps that came in. I appreciate all of the likes and interactions. If you're on the replay, shout out to the replay gang, because y'all be running it up, baby. But y'all know what I say. When you vibe high so the bullshit don't stick. Love is always love, y'all. And I love and appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I will see y'all in the next video. Peace, y'all.